So I was watching YouTube yesterday, which is something that I don't really do all that often anymore. And I stumbled across an Andrew Kirby video. If you guys don't know who Andrew Kirby is, he's not like a traditional self-improvement YouTuber, but he's more of like a deep philosophical, helpful kind of guy that invented a few things, and overall he has a lot under his belt. He was able to make himself live freely in Thailand without even having a 9 to 5 job of any sort or selling anything whatsoever. And basically what he said was that you have to live your life as a professional would. Now, this also echoes the words of Andrew Tate as well. And I really sat with this concept on some philosophical shit. And I started writing in my journal, like, what I actually thought about this. And what I realized is this: every single time you, like, half-ass something and you don't put forth your best foot, you're literally just shooting yourself in the foot. And not only that, you're doing it on purpose. And the way I justified that was this: if there was a time in your life where you performed adequately and you put your full effort into something and were happy with the result that you've gotten, then you can do that at any time. You're just purposely not doing that out of fear of a few different things, which we'll touch on in a second, but it's literally all self-imposed. The person that you want to be is the person that you are now, just without the parts that you hold yourself back from. And I think this is a very, very profound concept. And if you just live your life as if you would a person in a video game, then I think that overall you'll just be better off, because you start to focus on actual tangible things instead of how you feel. And the more we focus on how we feel and how happy we are, another disillusioned lie that is fed to us by society, I think that the more we get off track and distracted from what we actually need to do, because we're not focusing on the present moment, we're focusing on our emotions and stuff that we can't control. Now, while it is healthy to let your emotions out through journaling, I don't think it's healthy to wallow in them day in and day out. Now, as far as fear goes, we often fear, for some reason, our pride when we put our best foot forward and we really put ourselves out there into the world. But the truth is that if we want the best response out of people and we want the best outcomes out of the things that we do, then we literally have to put our best foot forward, even with the cost of rejection. But honestly, for some reason our human psyche tricks us into thinking that if we half-ass it, somehow we're not as vulnerable than if we actually put our best foot forward. And that's like another lie that our brain tells us, kind of like the lie that procrastination actually makes you feel better, which is why your brain does it, because it thinks it's a good thing, but in reality it's just a waste of time and prolongs you from getting what you actually want. So it's just one of those things where you have to break through that barrier and actually commit to stuff. I noticed I was doing this a lot during my freshman year of college. I was in college, but I wasn't really in college. Like, I wasn't in the present moment. And I was always trying to figure out ways to get around what I was currently doing instead of just accepting the situation that I'm in and making the most out of it. I think that was a huge mistake, and definitely something that I'm going to learn from and not do in the years coming up. Either you're doing something or you're not, right? And this brings me into a whole nother discussion, which I'll probably leave the bulk of for another video, but our mindset literally does shape the outcomes of situations, and it's not because of some voodoo magic. It's because our mindset dictates what actions we take, and those actions dictate the outcomes of your life. And with that being said, I'm going to end it off here. Hope you found this video helpful and that you learned something from it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.